All right, cool. Yeah, it's start now. So when you get home, just log on. All
Mommy's
right,
not
bye. Love
ready.
you.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Hi guys, welcome guys.
Hi.
We are live.
Yeah.
It's been a minute since I've been here. Literally, well, 2 months, 3 months. I've been here. So welcome everybody. Welcome back. Welcome, welcome. How are you guys doing? Let me know in the chat how you guys doing. As you guys can see, I have two lovely people with me today. So welcome back, welcome. All right. How was holiday?
Productive.
That's good.
Productive.
That's good.
For me, it's good.
That's good.
Everything is good.
That's good. Oh Lord, I let my phone going off. People, please.
Hi, Danielle.
Yes. All right. Dang, I don't even see in chats. Hi, everybody. Welcome. All right, so we pass a minute. Normally, I know I'll always leave a little time for people to come in and join, but I find it does eat time a little bit. And today we have a little, some beans to spill today. We have a little beans to spill today, so I want to kind of like get as much time as possible. So we give you guys one more minute for everybody to come in, so we can start the show.
Hi, Shamika. We see you.
Hi everybody. Hi. Welcome. I don't know why it is I can't get to post on Facebook.
No.
Facebook do so much changes. It's like I don't know. Mimi.
Hey, Ma.
She ain't missing. She ain't missing at all. I don't know how to post on Facebook, Alia.
No.
This is something.
It's called technical difficulties.
I know, right?
Please stand by while we adjust for our technical difficulties.
I don't know how to post on Facebook. Because it's taking me to the manager's page. And I don't need the manager's page. I need my page. Yeah, this is just becoming a little too much for me. Yeah. Hi everybody, welcome to Sincerely Her Story podcast, a fresh twist. We are now in season 5. 5. Oh my god, I couldn't even believe that I would be saying this. So I'm in season 5, episode 1. So we're about to start the show, and you guys know how I do. It's always the intro. So let us begin. We'll be back. Hi. Oh my god, I was jamming to that. I was jamming to that. Mommy in building. Boom, boom, boom. Mommy reach, mommy reach. Hi, guys. Good night. Welcome back to another season, season 5 of Sincerely His Story podcast, A Fresh Twist. As you guys can see, I got two beautiful people with me tonight. I'm allowed them to introduce themselves. Shelly, go ahead.
Hi, everyone. I am Michelle Yan. Glad to be here for season 5. It's going to be exciting.
And then we got John.
Yeah, my name is John Greenberg, and I have a relationship to JC. Hi, JC.
Hi.
And yeah, her mom is my wife.
Yeah.
Makes JC my daughter.
Yes.
All right, guys. So you hear from them. Get familiar with these faces because you're gonna be seeing them more on this podcast. They're gonna be talking a lot, sharing their insights and dropping a little tea here and there. You already know, like tonight. So before we start, I want to start by saying thank you to all of you who have been following us and tuning in. Thank you so much. I'm very, very appreciative of it. It is fantastic. It feels so good. And I'm thrilled that you guys are here on this journey with us. So I'm very, very grateful for that. And I'm so grateful for your support and just putting your trust in us to always bring and have a good show. Yeah. So I always let people know with this show, I want you guys to remember that this show is you participate here. I love hearing from you guys. I love your stories. I think you always share great stories and you teach us so much by just sharing your experience that have shaped you to be the person that you are today. This platform was created with those conversations in mind, the difficult ones, the ones where we challenge our belief systems, confront things, confront how we see things, and just help us grow all together as a community. So don't be shy and share your stories. Share it. We want to hear it. Sharing is caring.
Yes.
So let me start. So let me just get a little heads up on tonight, right? I don't know if I'll read on there. It is PG-13, but there may be some explicit content in here tonight. You might get a little 1 or 2 cuss words or more. Don't mind it. You're starting off the thing a little fiery tonight. Starting out this season a little fiery tonight. So tonight's show is about diary secrets. And we'll be sharing some things on this show today that some of them might consider bacchanal. And some of them might say it's real talk, You never know what will happen tonight. You never know what will happen, but we will be sharing things that happened in our lives. Things that we normally don't talk about, or we'll just jot it down in the journal, or we'll keep it inside. Tonight, that's what we're doing. Some of these things are good, and some of these things not so much. But we are always and also going to talk about how we got through them and what we learned from them. So, starting the thing is Shelly-Ann tonight. Shelly-Ann, tell me, what is your diary secret?
My diary secret is where do I start? How do I start? There is no format to start, but this is something that I have never spoken about. Only the people that are closest to me have heard the story and know it for the depths of it. A year ago, I got into a car accident. I wasn't driving, I was a passenger in this vehicle. The car flipped over with me in the and the driver flipped over with us twice. And it was a tragic, it could have been a tragic accident, but thank God it did not turn out to be that way. But what I learned from that experience was I have to be careful of the people that I have around me.
Mm.
This individual had no type of didn't want to hold herself accountable for that accident.
Oh.
You know, and it really made it turned my life upside down.
In what way?
I had to leave my job that I was working at the police department. I had to leave that. I couldn't really drive because of how bad the accident was.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, you would think that you almost killed somebody in your car because you're driving reckless,
Mm-hmm.
that you would call to check up on them. You know, hey, is everything okay? Nothing.
So the person literally was not accountable for that
For
whole life.
nothing. Instead, they turned around and they made people feel that like I was the one driving the car. That's
So
what
how did that make you feel as a person going through that? Like, what was some of your struggles in that you couldn't even express to other people?
a part of me was I won't say embarrassed, but ashamed, because here I am. There is this saying that my mother always told me when I was younger: stop being so nice to people, because people are not nice to you. And I never really understood it until that incident happened. You know? And that's when I realized, like, wait, I need to wake up and see who I have around me, because I was doing a hand and foot everything that this girl asked me to do. I'll be there for her. She's keeping whatever, I'm there. Her friends is having something, I'm there. She's having something at her house, I'm there. You know, and for her to turn around and act like I was just a nobody to her, it made me step back and, you know, look at myself and look at my surroundings, look at the people that I have, the people that I would do anything for.
Yeah.
You know, they put you in a place where situations like this put you in a place where you have to like sit back and really like, did this just happen to me? What did I do to deserve this? You know, thinking that you and the person is best of best.
Yeah. Did it ever make you wonder, like, how could this person be so close to me, but yet treat me like this?
Yes, it did. Because this even came up to me. This happened, right? The individual, I would go to their house and sleep there. So in my mind, it's like,
wow, you guys were close.
You can help me then and there. You know, like, what was the hate about? What was the malice? That's how I felt. Like that you were malicing me, or you're upset about something that I have no knowledge of. Instead of coming and having a conversation and saying, hey, you know, Shelly, this is what happened. And, you know, if you did something to somebody, well, tell me. I may act like a beast, but I'm not. I'm one of the nicest people you will ever come across.
Yeah.
You know?
But in your friendships now, in your current friendships with people, how do you view yourself interacting with them? How is that interaction?
In my current friendships,
from that experience.
That experience made me stay away from people. Like, I am afraid to get close to people. That's my biggest thing. I am afraid to get too close to people, because for me, everybody has an ulterior motive. That's how I'm looking at it now. You know, what is your ulterior motive? Why are you coming around? Why do you want to be friends with me? Why? And now I question it.
Like, kind of like take away part of being human, the human experience of, you know, or the vulnerability.
Yes, correct.
Of having friends, it kind of like take that away from you. So
It
how do you move forward from that?
Prayers. I pray to God every day. Like, that's the only thing I could do. Pray and ask God to just put the right people in my path, because I don't want to go through a situation like that interrupted my whole life. I know sometimes they say God does things to stop us in our tracks, for us to look and see what's going on around us.
Yeah.
You know, and I felt like that was a moment for me. So now it's like the path is clear, and I just need to be careful of who I have around me, who I consider, you know, a friend, you know?
Yeah. Because not all, what is saying in Trinidad, not all skin teethers laugh
It,
or something. Whatever
exactly.
they say.
Yeah, however they say it. No,
Something of that nature. No
yeah.
all
Or
skin
not,
teethers.
not everything that glitters is gold.
True,
So
true,
we
true.
might think that we have people around us who have our best interests at heart, but they don't. They low key, you know, hating on us. In other words, you know, and I never said anything to anybody about this. This accident happened a whole year ago.
And how do you feel now? Like being able to say it, how do you feel now?
Oh, a part of me at first, when you know she was out there saying all these, she said some things, okay, and when she said certain things, or not certain, but the things that she said, it kind of made me feel like, wow, this cannot be the same individual, you know, who I would have taken a bullet for that's doing this. Because what I have come to realize is that people who put you in situations tend to play victim so that you look bad in a situation. That's what most people do. They paint this picture about you to let everybody else or people who don't know you think that, oh my God, this person is horrible. And that's not the case. You know, she made me look, sit back and like, wow, okay.
You had to like really analyze life a little bit.
You know what I take from this whole thing? If I had died in that car, because I remember the fire woman coming out the truck, and she says, who was sitting on the passenger side? And I said, me. She said, you supposed to be dead. Whoever is praying for you, tell them to continue to pray for you, because we're a dead body here. Okay? And that did something to me. You know, it did something to me mentally. It did something, because it's like, here I am keeping all of this bottle in. Could only talk to my husband and my immediate family, like you guys and, you know, my sisters, and can't say anything else to anybody, because it's like, okay, who can I, you know, say this, or them looking at me like if I'm the one who's at fault. You know, when I'm just a passenger in a car, and then to hear this individual drag my name through the mud to people who don't know me.
I like, mommy have a saying, sometimes when people cannot get to you, they have to hire flying monkeys to come and try to do the job.
Yes, a recruitment service, because she recruited a lot of people. A lot of people she recruited, even some of them reached out to me and, hey, what's going on? This is what I heard. I said, I don't know nothing about that, and I just left it alone. You know, God will use your enemies as your footstool. Exactly. So I'm just leaving that as is. I have asked God for forgiveness.
Yeah.
This situation has made me grow, because if you know me, you know me.
What is something you would want people to know or learn from that experience that you had? What is something that you would want them to know?
For me, don't trust people the way that I trusted that individual. It's, you know, trust is gained. It's not just given. And for me, it's like, don't end up in a situation like this. If you have a friend who drives reckless and you drove your car, you drive your car. Don't sit in their car, because
it's yours.
Yes, it's yours. Because, you know, you ever hear the saying, mommy them always used to love to say this, your friends are scary, but they don't bring you back. Okay?
Facts
right here, that was an opening eye for me. It's like, are you kidding me? Like,
facts on facts. Well, one thing you could say, you sure know what that meaning is. Friends is take it, but they don't bring you back. Now
they don't bring me back.
What that meaning is.
And that was almost a don't bring you back situation.
Wow.
But I am grateful that I
am happy you're here.
Grateful to be here, happy to be here, and just, you know, Like,
Yeah, Shamika. Well, I walk in from tomorrow because my driver does drive crazy. Shamika.
who
Well,
is it else? It ain't me.
I thank you very much for being so open and vulnerable to share that, because not a lot of people will be able to come out here and say, like, somebody slander my name to the dogs. And I could still sit on here and hold my head up high and keep myself, and I could step out and say, no, what you're doing is wrong.
Wrong, yeah.
Yeah. So I applaud you for that.
Thank you.
And even growing from the situation and seeing how you was affected by it and changed by that experience. So I'm very, very proud of you for that, Shelly.
Thank you, girl.
Because I know your mouth.
Yeah.
So we will move on to the next one now. All right. So my diary secrets. Oof. I don't know if they're ready for this one, but this one was a hard one for me to talk about. Is adult bullying. We don't really talk about this one much, but hey, let me dive into this. So when we usually talk about bullying, we just associate that concept of bullying with children and teenagers. Right? We will say that them kids acting out, or that child just insecure or jealous, or that child have a hard life, or they're unhappy. So they're bullying this child. And we never really realized that a lot of adults participate heavily in this behavior. And I say that with no apology. You don't like it, oh well. Many adults bully each other every day, and we don't call it what it is. We call it criticism. We call it jealousy. We call it you being a jerk or an asshole. Sorry, guys, I said I will curse in here. Or the person just being mean. But what it is, it's bullying.
Yes.
Let's call it what it is. Now, bullying, when it comes to bullying, it could come in all different types of ways. It could be feelings of being judged by friends, family, and even strangers because you're not doing things the way they would want you to do it.
Correct.
Or they may even ridicule you for your clothing choice, your hobbies, the things you like to do, or why you're doing that. You find you're too big for that?
Yeah.
And let's not forget your workplace. A lot of bullying does happen on your job site.
Yes.
And we just hush we mouth about these things. We don't talk about it. We say, oh, that person just being an ass. But it's bullying. Let's call it what it is. So if you've ever been on the receiving end of this kind of behavior, you're not alone. You're not alone. Because I have experienced bullying. Now, did I fall for it? No, but I experienced it. I will share my story. I have not talked about this situation. And I know my mother and my dad right now is listening to me, but I apologize to you guys right now, but I'm speaking my truth. So I was kind of bullied this year. Right? Because I didn't want to participate in something that didn't involve me. And because it didn't involve me, they felt the need to kind of like gang up on me so that they could get their way. But I am not part of that shenanigans. So they gang up on me and try to threaten me and try to intimidate. Well, let me don't say threaten. They try to intimidate me to do something that they wanted done. And because I didn't do that, I get cut off. So yeah, things like that do happen.
Yeah.
But let me give you guys an example of what let me give you a little meaning of what bullying is. The meaning of bullying or an adult bully is someone over the legal age who is treating someone cruel, insulting, and threatening aggressively in an attempt to cause someone to do something through force or guilt. It is that you are being mistreated and your personal space is being invaded. Bullying can happen at any time and any place. Right? Sometimes we don't realize that we are being bullied because it could be so subtle.
Mm-hmm.
And you were talking, Shalian, you were saying some things, and it really was just bullying.
Yeah.
Because this person was trying to go out there and talk, tell people all different kinds of things about you.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't even true, so that they could get other people to not like you, so that you could feel that type of way. You could feel like, no, I need to hush.
Yeah.
I need to be quiet. I don't need to say, because you don't want to have to deal with the consequences of if you open your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of like now get to understand that you was actually being bullied the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about that?
Right at this moment, I don't feel any way about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they said what they said, and the people they said it to are just on the bandwagon. And so when you have bandwagonists, I just ignore it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what you said about me, I know is not true. The people who know me know that those things that was said was not me.
Exactly.
You know, you paint, like I said, it's like a person playing the victim role for something to paint this picture that you are the wrong one. You know, they want everybody to see you. They want everybody to see you in that bad light and not them. So yeah, of course, it's bullying.
It is bullying. It is a form of bullying.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I will not be forced. I will not be forced to participate in anything that I absolutely have nothing to do with me. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody forget that, delete that, cancel it. It's not going to happen here. I will quicker shut your shit down than to actually try and do anything that I don't want to do.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. Beverly raised me. That's a force by itself. Yeah. But there are so many people who cannot do that, who cannot stand up and say, hey, no, I see what it is you're doing. You know?
Sorry for my background noise. I'm sorry.
No, sorry. So you have to, you have to kind of like stand up for yourself and be like, no, you're not going to bully me.
Yeah.
You're not going to do that. But you have to understand that these people are bullies. See them for what they are. Do not make excuses for it, and do not stay silent.
And that's the thing. A lot of people will tell you, oh, don't say anything. You don't need to address them. Show me in the Bible where God said to be stupid and don't say nothing.
Exactly.
Where in the Bible did God say, don't say nothing? He said, turn the other cheek. But he ain't say, don't be stupid. Say what you got to say.
Listen,
you know,
let me tell you something. My name may be in the Bible. It is in the Bible.
Yeah.
But that don't mean I was in the Bible. So I don't have to act accordingly.
Okay.
You understand me? There is no slapping off no cheek, because I will slap you back. I'm sorry, I don't promote violence, but hey, you are not bullying me. You are not bullying me.
Yeah.
I am not in the Bible.
They make you sit down and realize, like, for me, it's like, what do I have to lose if I put my hands on you? And that's where that made me kind of like halt. You know, some people really make you watch your life, you know. They make you watch your life.
I have been there before, and I always have bail money. Yeah. So let me see some comments. Yeah, let me see some comments. Guys, please, I tell you, don't feel shy. Put all your stories there. I will share them. Put your stories there. We will share them.
You have been bullied.
Hey, Shalian, I was curious. What do you think your bully got out of that?
Absolutely nothing. They had to take a big L.
Yeah, absolutely nothing. She got nothing for that. Nothing.
This is the person that caused the accident.
Correct.
I think they were trying to convince themselves and everyone around them that they were not responsible.
Correct.
So that's the reason they did it. And the more people that she had agree with her, the stronger her conviction became, and she just wanted people on her side.
Yes, that's exactly what it was. But then the same people, we have friends in common. So once she started saying all these manner of things, these friends in common reached out to me like, "Hey, I'm here in XYZ. What's going on?" And so when I related to them what's going on, they was like, "Wait a minute, nah, she can't call my phone." Like one of the girls just stopped talking to her because of that. It's like, you're spreading lies about this individual that did nothing to you.
Well, that's a good thing that you found that out, because now you know who to cross off your Christmas list. You found out who your friends really are.
Exactly. No presents.
Really are.
Oh yeah.
That's good though.
They're crazy. People are crazy.
But you know what was amazing in this whole situation? We just always have a saying that women are the ones who tend to be doing the most bullying. Women always bully women. But it's crazy that men do it too, you know.
Yeah.
There are a lot of men that bully men. Like, for instance, they would be telling them, like, you know, we just say, "Oh, he watching my pockets."
Yeah.
Like, "Oh, because you get a little bit of money. Who you feeling is?
Yeah.
You feel better than we or something like that. Calm down, pipe down." Some people just bully you to be humble because they find that you shining too much and you need to humble yourself.
Correct. Yep.
And that's a form of bullying, guys. If you did not know, if somebody was telling you, "Oh, you need to be grateful, you need to calm down and just humble yourself. Where you're going with all that speed, calm down."
Yeah.
Why should I?
And you know what's funny that you brought this up? I remember a couple of years ago, I used to hang out with some females, right? And what they treated me in a way like, you know, because they had their master's degree, they were better than me. Okay, but there's a saying: where horse reach, jackass does reach. Donkey in this terminology. And you know, I start, you know, you watch people and you just look at them like, wait a minute, they will invite me to certain events, right? But here, this is how they will invite me. They would already bought their tickets. They know that, all right, they're gonna call me the week of the event. If you ask me to go somewhere, I'm gonna go. Like, yeah, why not? I'm gonna go. And I start seeing the pattern. Seeing the pattern, I'm like, why do I want these females? Why do I want them around me? Why do I want to hang around them? The reason I felt like I was around them is because of one of our friends in common. You know, he brought us together. And it's like you could see the segregation of, because how educated that they were.
Yeah.
Terminology, they thought that they were better. Well, it doesn't always work that way.
Yeah.
Most of the richest people here on planet Earth don't even have a master's degree. Am I correct?
True.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some of them never even went to college. Okay. Never even stepped their foot on a college campus.
But they were just inviting you to kind of like intimidate you.
Exactly. Intimidate me and make me feel, but you can't make me feel no way. I'm going to come out and I'm going to be the shining bright bulb that I am. And there's nothing that you're going to do to dim my light. That's just it.
Exactly.
You know, and it make me watch relationships with females so differently, because you judge me based on my education level. I am a college graduate. Yeah. Okay, I didn't drop out. I have a degree. I just don't have a master's degree. Not yet, but it's coming.
But it's just these subtle things that they do, and
it makes you watch people differently. Like, are you kidding me? This is the reason why you don't want to hang out with me. this is the reason why you invited me to certain events.
Yeah.
No. I decided, you know what, I'm not going anywhere. I blocked them all from everything. Like, don't
John, what is your diary secret?
Well, I don't have too many.
Ooh.
I'm pretty much an open book. Of course, people that know me will tell you differently, but I don't trust anyone. I trust absolutely no one. When I grew up, I was a very naive person. Even through my young adulthood, I was very naive about so many things. I look back at it and I'm just dumbfounded at how, I guess I'm not going to say stupid, but how innocent I was to so many things. You know, you figure by 30 years old, you have pretty much a handle on life.
No.
I didn't. I'm still growing up, by the way. But I trusted everyone. I didn't question it. So a lot of things happen along my life, and hopefully a lot more will happen. But I've learned that people really have to earn my trust, and depending on who they are or how they come forward, you know, sometimes it's quicker than other times.
Yes.
If some people, it comes instantaneously, still, but not too often. I always look to see if there's an ulterior motive behind what people are telling me, what people are doing for me.
Mm-hmm.
If someone does something nice for me, I'm thinking to myself, what are they getting out of that? And it doesn't mean that I'm not open and that I'm closed-minded. It means that I question things until I am shown that this is the way it really is.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to be smiling. I'm looking at a message here, John.
Yeah.
I hope
you know, I hope you trust someone, John, or you might be sleeping on the couch tonight.
Well, that's one of the people that I trusted almost immediately.
Okay.
When my wife and I met, you know, we were meeting at a restaurant at a particular time. And we didn't say where in the restaurant we would meet. And I've never been in that restaurant before. I don't even know if she was there before to this day, but she knew where it was. And I was on one side of the restaurant in front of the reception area. And she was on the other side of the restaurant. I think maybe sitting out on the patio. I'm not sure. But, you know, it's like 45 minutes went by, a half hour went by or something. And I knew what she looked like. But,
right.
This was pretty much a blind date. And when we saw each other, as I was walking, I decided I'd take a walk around this place. The reason I didn't do it sooner was I was afraid if she were late that she'd see I wasn't there and she'd get upset, walk out or whatever, because we had some really good conversations. And when I saw her, just seeing her, talking with her for just a couple of minutes, I trusted her immediately. Doesn't mean that I told her my life story immediately. That's an ongoing subject.
No more.
How did that, like, I can't with that woman. How did that, like, not being able to trust people? What was the pros and cons in that situation?
I got burnt too many times. I got burnt real badly. I found out the hard way, either through personal relationships or through money matters. And the money matters I learned a little faster, but through personal relationships especially, and it didn't have to be, you know, close sexual relationships or, you know, intimate relationships, I'll just say, but through many relationships that I was being taken advantage of. People could read me like a book. They could say, hey, this guy, he'll fall for anything.
Oh, wow.
And because of that, by the way, I was also bullied. When I was a child, I was bullied. Speaking of bullying, being a small kid, I'm not super small now, but I'm not huge either. But when I was a kid, I think, how old was I? I was like 12 or 13 years old. I was still 68 pounds. It's like I was a skinny little kid. And of course, in elementary school, I was younger. My twin sister had to protect me from bullies.
Oh,
Wow.
And she was smaller than I was. It's all up here. It's all up here. She did.
So, but the pros in that situation, what was the pros?
I'm sorry?
What was the pros for not trusting people?
I'm not sure I know what you mean.
No, like the pros for you and you not trusting people. Like,
you mean what are the
good
positive aspects?
positive things from that? Yeah.
It gives me more time to consider who I'm really, really talking to. If they have my best interest in mind, or if they couldn't give a damn about what I feel. And I still feel to this day that most people don't care about the way you feel or anything. They just want to know what's in it for them.
Yeah.
It's whenever there's some, as an example, on a broader level, whenever there's some political issue or some religious issue or any issue really, it's like, why is it like this? Well, the reason for that is because someone's making money. Someone's pushing their agenda. So, as I like to say, follow the money, and you'll know where it all starts. And it's the same thing in personal relationships. They have an agenda. People have agendas, even if they don't know it. Maybe it's to make your egos feel better. Sometimes making your ego feel better, the only way they can do that is by trying to make you feel worse. Then they feel better.
Yeah.
They put you down, so now they're above you. Or I guess if you're an animal, in the animal world, they're mounting you. Okay? It's like, it's a terrible thing. So just having recognizing ahead of time that I should not trust people because they may try to hurt me in one way or another. That's a big pro.
Yeah.
It's a big pro. And, at that point, then you don't dive into the pool. You go in slowly and you take little steps and things of that sort.
Mm-hmm.
So the pros are that I haven't been hurt nearly as much by people in business, in personal relationships.
Right.
I haven't been.
What I'm sitting here and I'm listening to our stories and our diary secrets, and it's crazy that all of us were bullied in some way, shape, or form. That allowed it may allowed us to change the way how we see things or operate with people because of being bullied. And some of us are now overcoming it, like realizing, oh wow, I was actually bullied in this situation.
Yeah.
And you have to learn to be strong or tough in a sense so that you could continue moving on. But it just goes to show the large amount of people that are actually being bullied and just quiet, don't share it.
Yeah, and what you have to do is, it's more difficult for an adolescent to do this, where social contact and social connections are so important. When you're an adult, and you have to recognize that, well, for me, I don't care anymore. People like me or they don't like me. They appreciate me or they don't appreciate me. I don't care. It's like, it's true. Once you really don't care about the way people feel about you, and of course there are exceptions. I care about the way my children think about me, and my wife thinks about me. Even if I say, well, I don't care, I do care.
You do care, yeah.
Yeah, but that's a different relationship. That's part of my life, as opposed to something that's just out there that really once I walk away from it, I don't have to ever deal with it again. So really internalizing that what people think about you doesn't matter, except if you can really give yourself a good reason why it does matter. Like, my boss has to like me or I'll get fired. And it matters. It really does. But just stop caring so much about what people think about you.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, especially those peripheral people. Don't try and please everyone.
Exactly.
I like this statement here by Danielle. She said, but I wonder if you've missed some blessings too by not trusting. It can be looked at from both angles. She's like, I love that you all are sharing honestly. Thank you, Danielle.
I guess I trust all of you.
Yeah.
Guys, I just put the link in there. If you do want to share your stories, you could either write it on the chat or you could call in and share your story anonymously if you want to, or you could show your face if you want to. It's open for you guys to share, but I do want you guys to share your secrets, because what I'm trying to do is to break that cycle of staying quiet.
Exactly.
It's no reason to stay quiet. Let's
quiet.
talk about it.
Exactly.
Each one talk about it, and we will be able to start making change, because change starts with us.
Yeah.
If you're brave enough to say it, other people might be like, wow, I experienced that same thing. You know?
Yeah.
So talk about it.
And that's one of the biggest things that we were taught as children growing up. We were taught not to say anything. If somebody did something to you in that type of manner, don't say nothing. Don't address them. Leave it alone. For me, it's like you leaving it alone. It affects your mental health.
Exactly.
That's another issue, because you are not able to express how you really felt, because you're already getting shut down. Like, okay, don't address these people. Just leave it alone.
Exactly.
And you have what to do with it in the way that you know best. But to heck with staying quiet.
Because they do say that being bullied could give you anxiety. Some people even have suicidal thoughts. Some people even commit suicide because they're being bullied, but they don't know the reason as to why. As adults, there are some adults that actually kill themselves because they were bullied by people, because they always have to face judgment, criticism, all these different aspects that just hit them. Jen, I see you unmuting Mike. You want to add something to that?
No, I put myself on mute in case there are any noises coming from the outside, or in case I sneeze or something like that.
You don't want to be like me.
Yeah, but this will be something. While I was doing this research, I actually got to find out. I wanted to know what the meaning, like where the word bully came from, and the meaning behind it. So I get to find out that the word bully originated from the Middle Dutch. The word is bully. It's BOELE, and it actually meant lover. So bully means sweetheart. In the English, it was used in English as sweetheart, but then it became to mean fine fellow. And then it just took a turn in the around the 1700s. It took a turn to swaggering coward.
Sort of like a mama's man, a mama man.
John, don't say that up public. John, listen, I do not want that community to come after me. Please, I apologize. I'm not. Please, American.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah. I cannot.
But I don't care. But I don't care.
Yeah. It's posting your accomplishments and people saying you're showing off, bully. Yes.
It's a big thing.
Yes, because it's that person trying to humble you to protect their insecurities. They're trying to make you feel a particular way so that they could feel good about themselves. So let me attack that person to feel bad, to feel guilty, to feel insecure like they are, so that they could feel better about themselves. That's a form of bullying.
Yes. Yes.
That's a form of bullying. And also, you know what? This too, telling people like, oh, you work hard to get a little job. You finally get a little position in life, right? You finally reach somewhere and you want to celebrate and you're like, oh yeah, I finally get my little job and I get my position and I'm making a little bit more money. And then they'll come like, we're going to keep that job for long, so you better enjoy it right now.
Yeah, or you're showing off. Yeah.
You're showing off. Or, pipe down, that ain't going on. You feel better than people now. That's a form of bullying. Because their insecurities took over in them. So they want to make you feel bad about they want to make you feel bad about your accomplishments. I have this saying of like, they want to humble you. You know what I mean? They want to humble you into doing what they want you to do or to act how they want you to act. Tisha said, I guess people hate to see change. Yeah. It's not that they hate to see change. I don't think that they hate to see change. I just think that they hate to see other people make changes.
Yeah.
John, you have anything to say about that one?
Yeah, a lot of people are adverse to change because they don't handle change well. They're not good with new things. And as opposed to trying to put the time into learning those new things or to go with the change, they feel that they can't do it. They immediately feel they can't do it. They shut down. And because of that, they're afraid that the change that occurs is going to leave them behind. And when it leaves them behind, it's going to put them in even a worse position than they're in now, because everyone else is moving forward, or people are moving forward, but they're stuck in the same spot they were all the time.
That's a sad situation to be in, but hey.
I've seen it many times.
You and I both.
It's a sad situation to be in. So guys, we're almost coming down to the end. Anybody would like to share anything, guys? Like, I was saying, it make me sound like if I'm begging all in, man. Share the stories if you want to share the stories. As you guys see, we are here talking about our I know I name it Diary Secrets, but I do want to really bring awareness to adult bullying. I really, really do, because it's a big thing that we really need to start working on. So I just have a few things I would like to tell you guys, just to look when moving forward in your life, to pay attention to see if it is that someone is actually trying to bully you. So don't ignore the signs. Don't ignore the problem. If you don't say anything about being bullied, your bully will continue doing whatever they want without repercussion. You deserve to feel respected and to be respected. So speak up when something is bothering you. Yes, Keish, if you want to talk about identity crisis, yes, let me know. The link is there, so you could click it. The other thing I would like to say is try not to take things personally. John said that earlier on. He said, I don't care. If I leave from here today and it has no way of affecting me, I don't care.
Exactly,
Don't take it personal. Sometimes people can just be mean. No excuses for it. And sometimes people say things without thinking through their words first.
Correct.
So let go of those moments when someone else has hurt or offended you. The only thing they're doing is hurting themselves. And I have seen that.
That is a big fact.
I have seen that happen. And the third one is keep an eye out for bullying behavior in general. If someone treats another person poorly at work, home, friend, speak up and help them out. Even if that person isn't directly involved with the situation, speak up and help them out. Don't stay quiet. All right. I hope you guys taking that and just talk, Do not stay quiet. Kishel, I don't know if you get the link, but the link is there. I did start. If you want to call in, just click the link and you'll be able to come in. It's in the chat. Anything you guys would like to say to let people know? Very quiet. John, anything you'd like to share to let anybody know how you can help them with your trust issues? Any advice for them?
I don't have trust issues. I just don't trust people. I'd have issues if I trusted one day and I didn't trust the next day. It's sort of like a multiple personality disorder or something. But I'm very consistent. I don't have issues with that. But it works well. And as I said earlier, I don't close myself off to trusting a person. It's just that you have to show me that you can be trusted.
Right.
You have to show me first. I don't just trust. You walk into my door, you walk into my office, you walk into my life, whatever it is. That there's certain things, and certain things, I guess, perhaps in life, we all remember certain things and we apply what we've learned in a situation or in a couple of situations to all situations. Now that's not necessarily a rational thing to do. I mean, there's good and bad in the world, and people will do good things and bad things.
Mm-hmm.
So recognizing that I've internalized that I don't trust people and that people do bad things, recognizing that, I always give people a chance.
Mm-hmm.
I don't shut them down completely.
That's true. Keisha say identity crisis, right? She said, that's my diary talk. It's like a big part of bullying because it makes people wonder who they really are. Many people suffer with identity crisis because of what others think of them.
Well, you have to be honest with yourself first, too. If you have a diary and you're not honest with yourself, and it doesn't have to be a written diary, it could just be something you review what you did that day or whatever. Be honest with yourself. Don't always put yourself in the best light. Don't put a spin on it. Though, we will perceive things based upon our feelings. Our perception of the world is based upon the way we feel about things. So try and be honest about that. And on top of that, a side benefit is you'll get personal growth if you're honest with it, even if you don't like what you see. If you don't like what you see and you accept that, that's fine. That's who you are. But if you want to change, you can't change for the better, and the better being for who you want to be, unless you're honest with yourself about your faults.
Yep. And who you are is who you sit and discover you to be, not what other people tell you who
That's
you
right.
are.
That's right.
Yeah. Wow. That was nice. All right, guys. We have time to wrap up. It was a good session. I hope you guys had fun tonight. I hope you guys had a lot of fun tonight. It is a pleasure to be back. Guys, look up for episode 2. She said, why Shelly are looking like me?
I was born before you. Thank you. You look like me, okay?
No bad. But I hope you guys learned something tonight. Even though we see in it, we label things differently, but at the end of the day, it still came down to kind of like some form of bullying. So we identify, do not call it any other name, call it what it is.
Yes.
And deal with the process that way. Identity crisis, get to figure out, be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Learn yourself. Do not try to hype yourself up to be something that you're not, because then you're not being yourself.
No.
Right? So one thing I would like to say is understand that people will try to drag you down, period.
Yeah.
There will be some people that just try to drag you down, and they'll try to make you feel small and weak and do whatever they can to place doubt on you. But if you don't let them win, if you keep your head up high, then you will always win.
Exactly.
So keep your head up high and do your thing, boo boo. All right, guys, it was a pleasure having you, Shelly Ann, John, the audience, listeners. Thank you guys so much.
Thank
It was
you.
a pleasure being back. I know, right? Shelly Ann, you better get prepared to be back.
Yes, I am ready.
Yes.
I'm already. My mind is already going for the next thing we're gonna talk
What
about.
are we talking about?
Yes.
John, thank you so much for being on.
Thank you for having me.
No, it's gang all day. It's a pleasure. Guys, see you guys next Thursday. See you guys next Thursday.
All right, girl. Bye.